G'day guys, Nathan here with another video, and in this one we're going to be seeing what the turbo diesel territory sounds like with a muffler delete. Now this is the 2.7 litre turbo diesel, the same turbo diesel on all of the Ford territories. Also come in some Jaguars and what's the other one? A Peugeot and a Land Rover. Is the most popular one, the Land Rover. Each with the same motor itself and different turbo and configuration. Obviously all the other components are different, but you guys will be familiar with these. But essentially how it works is it's got one turbo. Supposedly they say it's a big turbo, but it's really not. It's quite small, but they say big turbo for low end power because they lack there. They got the turbo on the passenger side, and then if you look underneath, it's a bit hard to see, but if you look underneath your car, it goes your down pipe, which goes straight into the catalytic converter, which is pretty much right there as it hits the the bottom of the car. Then it goes over onto the other side of the car, on this side, the driver's side, and then it has one huge muffler. Like, it's about 3 times the size of a standard muffler. It's massive. It goes to that, which is about the middle of the body of the car, and then it goes up over the axles and around the suspension and whatnot. Then it has another muffler at the back of the car behind the rear wheels, and then it comes out. But essentially I'll show you what I want to do now. You can buy exhaust systems for this car, but I just wanted to, one, see what it sounds like, see if you can get some nice turbo whistle, see if I can notice any difference with back pressure that it puts on. And supposedly the less back pressure and strain essentially it has on the exhaust, the more efficient the engine is, and therefore you're able to get more power, more torque, and better fuel economy because you're just helping the engine out. So as I said, it's kind of, oh yeah, you should be able to see the cap from there. And then it goes around to there, and then if you follow it over, a huge exhaust, a huge muffler right there. And then if you follow it around again, it's a bit awkward to show you like this, and then the last muffler. Now you can pretty much detach this muffler. It's actually over here. You can detach that rear muffler on the side. It's a bit hard to see, but behind that one. That's a little bit awkward. What I'm going to do here is there's one conveniently right there. You should be able to see that joint. I'm just going to disconnect that, move the muffler out of the way so that the pipe isn't actually going through, and I just want to do the test again, hear how loud it is, hear how it sounds, if it sounds awful or if it has a nice note, and then from there I can look at if I actually want to buy and install one myself, or if I just do something custom, because I'm only going to be going from having essentially 1.5 meters worth of pipe, or if I just go something from here and then just go like a side tail exhaust or something like that, and just go straight from there and do my own thing. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this video helps you out to figure out if this is something you may want to do in your car, and I'll explore the cheaper options and the more expensive options. But yeah, just helping you guys out. If you want to buy an exhaust system, there's a few places that do it, and they're all around the 50. Oh look, it depends. So you can get more basic ones, or you can get aluminium, or you can get stainless steel. You can get ones with one muffler, both mufflers, or no mufflers. You can get ones with a cat delete, blah blah blah. So there's a lot of options, but essentially if you want to go the whole hog, which is pretty much instead of one muffler you'll have 2 going through the whole thing essentially. Stainless steel, I think it's like 3-inch the whole way, and cat delete, you're looking at anywhere from about 1,500 up to about $2 grand-ish, which is a chunk of change considering there's not that much to do with the actual exhaust, if you're good with the tools and know how to do welding and whatnot. If you're just an average Joe Blow and you don't have a lot of tools and a big garage and that kind of experience in the trade or whatever, then perhaps it's something strange for you and you wouldn't want to do it yourself. But for me, being in the trade a bit, being mucking around with cars, can use a welder and a whole bunch of tools, so for me it might be something I do, but I'll find out.
I've removed those bolts. I'm just supporting the other exhaust, as you can see, and I just put one bolt in a couple of threads. And pretty much I'm just gonna see what that sounds like. This will be the first time I've ever done this, and yeah, I'm interested to hear.
So that sounds freaking sick. What I love about it, and that's kind of what I was expecting, is that because it's a turbocharged vehicle, by the time it goes through the engine, then through the turbo, and then through the cat, I didn't think it would sound that loud, and it didn't. I thought that actually sounded grouse just as it is. So these people having systems with, you know, a cat and a muffler, I mean, even the fact that this thing has two mufflers, like, is ridiculous, because that wasn't loud. You wouldn't even get in trouble by cops for that. But I will do a test drive and see what that sounds like. That might be different, and hopefully it's not drony in the cab, but find out. Alright, so camera angle is not the best, but that's all I can do. Gonna go for a little drive and hear what that sounds like, and as I said, hopefully it sounds good. So pretty much, I didn't show you guys, but where I put in that bolt temporarily, I just got the spanner on, the socket on there, and just did that up tight. So it should hold itself all right, and I think it'll be all right. I'm not obviously going to be driving it around like this permanently. I've got my decibel reader here in the car, so I'll be able to compare those two. At the moment, we're averaging 80 decibels, which is pretty quiet. It says, yeah, the instant saying about 77, so that's all right. Let's go for a little drive. One thing I noticed when I had a look under the car and was revving it up is that, as you probably know, they're pretty sooty, these cars. So there was a bit of black smoke that comes under there, so you'll definitely have to do some type of side exit exhaust or something, because otherwise underneath your car will just be black. So just doing 40 Ks. You'll be able to compare this to your car at different speeds and hear what it sounds like, and I'll be able to compare the muffler on and off as well. Still only averaging, yeah, 80 K, so it's not, sorry, 80 decibels, so it's not loud. Yeah, that's quiet as. I'm like surprised. I mean, the car probably won't go much harder than, you know, what I just did, and hit about 80 Ks, and I mean, I'm kind of shocked. Like, they got those two huge mufflers on there, and I mean, there's barely any noise to muffle in the first place. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it does sound a little bit like a, you know, Commodore with like a shitty catback exhaust, but I mean, it's not really too bad. The thing is, I'm surprised it's that quiet. I mean, it's not going to get any louder than what you just heard, which is, you know, nothing. So I suppose I might look at in future just doing a cat delete, seeing if it becomes a whole lot more smoggy, and just seeing what that noise is like. But yeah, I suppose there's not really much more to it than that. And as I said, we're still only averaging like, you know, 80 decibels, 77 decibels. Yeah, and you're only doing 84 decibels with your foot down as hard as it'll go. You know, so it's quiet. It's good. Can't say I notice any difference with power though, or how hard it takes off or whatever. And the thing is with these motors, as you'll know if you own one, the engine itself is just bloody loud. So with the muffler, like you never heard what's coming out of the car. You can only hear the actual engine itself. And so it's pretty much the same. You can hear more of the engine than the bloody exhaust. Try a hard takeoff, spooling up the turbo and releasing. Yeah, that's good. Well, that about sums it up. There's not really anything more to it. It's, you know, going to take you 10 minutes to take it off and to try it for yourself. There's barely a noise difference. You know, you can see the numbers for yourself. We're only looking at like a 5 decibel difference, which is nothing. And yeah, if you like that, you can do that. Or if you're just testing it to see what it may sound like if you were to get another exhaust. Something else though, is that's a standard size exhaust. I don't actually know what the diameter is, but I would imagine that it'd be about, I think it's usually a 2.4, 2.5, maybe 2.7, but I'd imagine it's probably a 2.4 inch exhaust the whole way through. Plus, like I said, there's still the cat in there. If you're going to spend the money and get an exhaust, then obviously you're going to go bigger. I'm probably going to go a 3 inch. I highly doubt you go a 3.5, but a 3 inch exhaust, stainless steel, probably do the cat delete, and depending on what you want to do with the muffler, because we don't know what that sounds like at this point. Well, that's it. I hope it's helpful to you and helps you figure out better on what you want to do. I know there's not a lot of content of these cars on YouTube, hence why I'm putting up everything that I do with this car about it. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you like it. And if you do like this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button and tick the bell if you want to see all my content, if you like my videos and whatnot. And also if you like it and comment on my video, just saying that it helps, or even just your feedback, like things I could have done differently or whatever, or even future videos, it's something that you'd like to see, all that kind of stuff helps me out heaps, because pretty much the YouTube algorithm works by pretty much people's active contributions, which is the liking, the subscribing and the commenting. So if you do things like that, you're going to help me out heaps, and I'd really appreciate that. So go ahead and do that, guys. Thanks heaps, and catch you next time.